Right, today we are going to discuss with you about the Sri Lankan tea industry. So, tea industry overview for the first quarter 2026 in Sri Lanka is currently facing some kind of challenges related to the input supply, especially due to the war conditions in the Middle East. Now, Sri Lankan tea industry is facing kind of fertilizer high markets, and because fertilizer is little available for the tea markets, and because of that prices are rising continuously in tea sector. Also, last 3 months they was facing kind of climatic issue with the issue. They had not enough rainfall for last 3 months, and some other political issues was there. So altogether, today we are going to discuss with you about what is current condition, the snapshots of the Ceylon tea industry. In 2026, in first quarter, uh, altogether the production and the export, also the auction prices has been reduced. The production and export has declined. The production and export volume decline in quarter 1 2026 compared to 2025. Actually, if you look at the data of 2025 and 2026, with respect to the production, 2.5 million kilograms has reduced in 2026. The production was in 2025 was 62.16 million, and this year it has reported as 59.61 million kilograms. With respect to the export, 2.85 million kilograms deficit is there with compared to the year-on-year productions. There is a 2.85 million gap is there. In the previous year, the export volume was 63.21 million kilograms, and this year it has reported as the first 3 quarter data 60.36 million kilograms. And also price, also one of very sensitive factors in Sri Lanka tea industry. So the prices was actually in with respect to the Sri Lankan rupees, it has reported 1179 and 0.32 cents, and this year it has reported 1150 through 53. So that means the prices of the auction has reduced as average 26 rupees. So this is the production, export, the price, and the market pressure for the exports, and the FOB price, how that can vary with the first quarter 2025 and 2026. If you compare the India and Kenya like tea market, Sri Lankan tea industry is showing some kind of resilience and some kind of strategic establishment related to the India and the China. Right. So when you look at the elevation wise, in Sri Lanka we have high grown tea, mid grown tree, and low grown tree with respect to the elevations. So if I look at the elevation level, the high ground has reduced 0.4 million, mid ground has reduced 0.96 million kilograms, and also low country is the highest contributor to the Ceylon tea industry. It's around 60%. They have reduced 1.18 million kilograms with respect to the previous year. So altogether, we are showing that the entire country is showing some kind of decline with respect to the production, export, and the prices. But to look at some elevations, actually, the low ground tea is actually 60% output recorded. Largest absolute decline is showing is there, but some like area like high grounds, so they are showing some kind of deduct in price or the reduction in the price, but there are some stability showing because of the depreciated value has shown increase in the local prices in the tea market. And the growth of CTCT, in Sri Lanka we are producing two types of tea. One is the orthodox tea and second one is the CTC tea. So if you look at the first 3 quarter data, first 1 quarter data, it's showing the CTCT production has increased by 1.23 million kilogram. With you look at that year-on-year growth. So medium and low and high, they are showing some kind of good development in the CTC sector. This is maybe due to the value additions and the small bag packaging, because the CTC tea is using for the small batch and the bag uh, packing, so value addition. So with respect to the orthodox, the CTC is showing some kind of unique quality for the different blends as well as different value additions. Therefore, the demand for CTC is have risen, and also prices also showing some kind of establishment. Sales average and price performance. The high grown tea prices with respect to the rupees, it has fell slight with compared to the US dollar, and the Sri Lankan rupees is depreciated, but the price decline is little lower in high grown. But when you look at the mid-grown tea, the medium-grown tea prices declined both rupees and dollars term. Actually, medium-grown tea is the highest impacted factor in last 3 months. And also low-grown tea also price drop is showing it compared to the dollar. When you look at the overall market trends, there are some kind of national price fail is around 0.62 rupees or 26 rupees in last 3 months as an average. In total export volume, I discussed actually the how export volume declined. But when you look at the FOB values, it's showing some kind of established, not big decline. In previous year it has shown 1807, this year 1738 rupees, like that, no big change, but there is some decline, but the resilience we can see. Then can look at what are the key export market and the demand shifts. So the Iraqi has still play in is the largest importer for Ceylon tea. They have established a good stable market even with the market fluctuations. But the countries like Russia, UAE, Libya, and Iran, they are one of kind of leading traditional buyers of Ceylon tea, but they have reduced their quantity imported from Sri Lanka. Actually, we can see kind of decline. And also look at the Turkey, they have doubled their import from Sri Lanka in 2026. It may be due to the Turkey is playing huge role in redistribution, and as a hub is due to the work conditions, the Turkey is playing distributors role in these 3 months. Therefore, the purchasing has increased. The prices and currency, in fact, FOB prices improved in Sri Lankan rupees due to the currency depreciation, but the USD prices remain under pressure. So when you look at the overall impact and outlook, the production and export challenges were there, and also the adaptability and pricing issue. And Sri Lanka should focus more on market diversification. As I look at the future strategic focus, sustaining growth, we require to improve the yield and quality and relationship with key market while expanding the value-added production. So with that, we would like to conclude today discussion. We discussed about the